Hey, what's up guys? Dynasty, and honestly, I'm not even too sure what to call this video. Maybe like things you missed, an analysis, kind of sort of a breakdown. I'm not even too sure, honestly. It kind of sucks too because I want to show just the trailer in the background, but Warner Brothers is copyright claiming anyone using the trailer, so I'm gonna just use screenshots throughout the video, I promise. Though it's MK11 gameplay, we are talking about the Mortal Kombat movie. If you missed it, the trailer dropped this morning. Here's a card on the screen right now, my reaction. Yeah, I lost my mind. The trailer is absolutely amazing, but today we're covering pretty much everything you may or may not have missed, an analysis, a breakdown, if you will, because this trailer was jam-packed with a bunch, and I mean a bunch, and all throughout the day on Twitter, a lot of you guys have been saying, Dynasty, did you see Cabal? So, yeah, Cabal was in the trailer fighting Liu Kang. Gotta show you guys that. Also, Nathan Jones's Raiko is showcased for a few snippets going up against Jax as well. Almost seems like he's about to get fatality'd by Jax. And speaking of fatalities, there was a few of them that seemed to kill Cabal and Mileena. Yeah, thankfully though, deaths aren't like important, just like the games. Just because you die in the movie does not necessarily mean you're dead forever. That was mentioned by Todd Gardner. So yeah, I got some updates from Todd Gardner as well. He also talks about the whole Johnny Cage situation on Twitter. He pretty much said like, yeah, Johnny's not in the movie, but we're waiting for Ryan Reynolds or Scott Adkins. Yeah, take that for what you will. Kind of comes across like they name drop him a few times in the movie, like the door is open, but it really does seem like he's not going to be in the film. So that's a thing to discuss. Also, there's Kitana's fans in one of the scenes. Yeah, we got to talk about that. Cole Young using a weapon. Kind of looks like a tonfa. Kind of looks like Turcotten Blades from Baraka. Heck, the trailer even had what appears to be like a few references and Easter eggs to things like, for instance, Johnny Cage's MK1 gear is being rocked by none other than Cole Young, conveniently, as he's going face-to-face with Goro. Sadly, it seems like there is no $500 sunglasses. This is just a few things we're going to talk about. I'm sure there's a lot more, and like I said, there's clarification from Todd Gardner, the producer, too. So if you guys are ready for this, grab some popcorn, get a water, and let's get into it. So first things first. Anyone have the spins? Because here's Cabal facing off against Liu Kang as he is showcasing his classic, iconic Flame Dragon. You can see Cabal is doing all he can, and he has both his hook swords up trying to defend himself. He's like, I'm holding back on block. Here goes nothing. This next screenshot should clarify it a bit more because you can definitely see the hook sword. It's also like the respirator wiring on the back of his body. I wish we could have saw his mask, but I gotta say, it is cool to know we're gonna have some mystique still going into the film. So them keeping that a secret still, I'm looking forward to finally seeing it revealed whenever the movie is out. And speaking of deaths, like I mentioned earlier, this next scene, I wish I could show you without, you know, copyright issues, but Liu Kang pretty much snaps our boy's neck. I'm telling you, go back and watch this part of the trailer. You can see he just like snaps his neck. It's almost like his neck just pops off and blood squirts. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, Cabal was in the trailer. I saw it immediately after reacting. I know a lot of you guys were mad at me for not mentioning him in the reaction. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But there you go. Cabal fans, there is Cabal in the trailer. Let's talk about baby Shao Kahn, Nathan Jones's Raiko. So throughout the trailer, like I mentioned a few times, you're gonna see Jax on what appears to be like the pit stage. Here is him giving a left to Nathan Jones. The blood is squirting from his mouth. He is not having a good time. Then I think it's later in the trailer, we actually get to see Jax full spread eagle, just spreading his arms, about to do his classic iconic, you know, knuckle punch. And safe to assume Raiko's probably about to get decapitated. So a nice look at his gear. Again, I think we saw Nathan Jones like a month ago in a few of those leaked screenshots. So yeah, is it Raiko? It seems to be the case. We definitely saw Shao Kahn in the actual trailer, and he's also rocking the Mortal Kombat 11 in primary costume. Gotta say, a nice choice. I love the Mortal Kombat X and 11 influence. In case you missed it, yeah, that's MK11 Shao Kahn. So don't think Nathan Jones is Shao Kahn. I'm pretty sure he's Raiko. Regardless, though, Jax seems to be getting the best of him. So Raiko fans, yeah, it's gonna be a long night for you. Next up, let's discuss Mileena potentially getting killed, it seems like here. But regardless, again, don't lose your mind because death is not death. It's Mortal Kombat. So thank you, Todd Gardner, for also reiterating that. Here is the screenshot that has a lot of people talking throughout the trailer. So you can see on the very far left, there is Sonya Blade. Looks like she just used one of her energy rings, and it's hitting CC Stringer's Mileena on the bottom right. In the center, we have Cole Young, who, by the way, is rocking what appears to be some type of, like, I don't know. Initially, I honestly thought it was like Baraka Tarkatan blades, kind of just looks like it grew out of his arms, but it could potentially be like a baton or like a tonfa. It's sharp, it has like daggers on it, some Assassin's Creed Ezio weapon going on here. But regardless, Mileena's on the bottom right getting shot, and the next frame, you can see there's a gigantic hole in her stomach, and a lot of people were really upset because, you know, this looks like Mileena just got killed in the trailer, fatality'd by an energy ring. Thankfully, Todd Gardner has clarified on Twitter when asked about this. He simply said, "Death is a construct. It would be super boring if everyone stayed dead." So again, take that for what you will. Safe to assume Mileena is a clone in, you know, the movie. So I'm sure they have a million other Mileenas to come back. I'm not sure about Cabal or Raiko, but at least Mileena is probably not dead. Speaking of Mileena, let's address the elephant in the room and hopefully try to make sure some of you guys aren't too upset about her teeth. So there was this portion of the trailer where she is doing the iconic pose and licking the sai. I got so hyped in my reaction when I saw this because, again, I love all the MKX, MK11 inspiration they took and, you know, brought to the film. But people were mad because her teeth are not as Tarkatan as I think most of us would have liked. It's almost like it's a Mortal Kombat X take on the character, but then again, not really. Todd Gardner, the producer, when asked about this, though, somebody said, "But seriously, Mr. Gardner, where's her Tarkatan teeth?" He simply said, "In her mouth." Then, after that, when asked again, he simply said, "That's not all of her." So, I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, they're saving her big reveal for her big bad Tarkatan teeth for the actual movie. I've had a few of you guys actually send me a few screenshots saying, "Hey, doesn't it look like they're kind of like, I don't know what you'd even call this, like almost as if they went back for the trailer and try to cover up her actual Tarkatan teeth, like the blood on her cheeks and stuff." So, I don't know if there's gonna be some grandiose reveal in the actual film, but regardless, at least the door seems to be kind of open with what Todd Gardner said. Kind of hope anyway, so there you go, Mileena fans. I'm sorry, I wish this was clarified a bit more. I guess we'll have to just wait and see. But there you go, Mileena's teeth. Breaking hearts, left and right. I guess it's only fitting while we're talking about Mileena, we talk about her sister. So here is the screenshot I showed earlier of the main cast, you know, Kano, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Cole Young, Sonya, and Raiden. Far left, there's this pillar with Kitana's fan on there. We still don't know if Kitana's actually in the movie. At the very least, it's a cool Easter egg and nod, and maybe, just maybe, they're saving her for the next movie alongside the likes of Johnny? I don't know, guys, but regardless, her fans are there. She's there in spirit. Kinda, sort of. On an aside, I kind of wanted to also put this in here because there is a 16-minute video on IGN with the director, Simon McQuaid, breaking down a lot of the trailer. He really doesn't give you too much when it comes to like secrets and things you might have missed, but he does say that this scenery screenshot here is Outworld. So this is confirmed. Outworld, I like how it has a tint of purple in it. It looks dead, it looks barren, and again, confirmed to be Outworld. So there you go. Outworld in the movie to be expected, but clarification, this is, it's not Earthrealm, this is indeed Outworld. Now, this next image is what appears to be the Great Kung Lao defeating Shang Tsung. This is, I think, in Sonya Blade's apartment complex when she's doing her best It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia impression and going crazy trying to figure out this Mortal Kombat invitation. This is in her apartment where she's like talking about the Mortal Kombat tournament. And yeah, Great Kung Lao kicking ass, even in the movie through a picture. Some things just never change. This next shot I tossed in here because I thought it was cool to see, you know, Sub-Zero and Mileena standing behind Shang Tsung because he is the big bad in the movie, and they are working for him, trying to, I believe, track down the heroes. And Mileena's face, for some reason, looks a bit more, I don't know, like it just looks like she has blood, a lot of blood on her face, and that kind of gives me hope going back to her mouth. Potentially not being as Tarkatan as I think most of us were expecting, but again, this kind of gives me some hope. Crossing my fingers here. Next up, let's talk about continuity. So some people were really upset because there's a scene of Kano using his laser eye, and people were like, whoa, why is he doing this on the wrong eye? And when asked about it, Todd Gardner actually clarified, hey, you're correct. The shot was flipped for aesthetic reasons in the cut. Great catch. So don't worry, don't panic. I'm hoping this is simply just for the trailer or something. Deep breaths, I promise you, we'll get through this. Let's talk about Lewis Tan's character, Cole Young. So like I mentioned, there is the shot of Goro, which I just lost my mind when I saw initially. The reaction is great. Go watch it. So Cole Young is facing off against Big Daddy Goro, and funny enough, though it's not shorts like Johnny rocked back at MK1, he is rocking pants with a red sash. Black pants with a red sash. I've seen some other people point this out. I think it's so funny because there's been a lot of talk that maybe, just maybe, Lewis Tan's character is secretly Johnny Cage, and this is probably just them, I don't know, trolling or teasing us, seeing if anyone's paying attention. It's a great Easter egg if that. If not, it's just, wow, what a coincidence. But yeah, had to point that out. Know what else I gotta point out? Johnny Cage. Is he in the movie? Guys, honestly, from me to you, I genuinely do not know. I promise I'm not sitting here knowing. I don't have a leaked script. I haven't seen any cut of the movie. I don't know. But thankfully, seems like Todd Gardner is kind of sort of answering questions about Johnny, kind of spilling the beans, teasing some things. It seems like Johnny is not in the movie. He's being saved for the sequel. Now, I say this because a few times he was asked today, hope to see Johnny in that sequel, where Todd Gardner said, who would you cast? From there, Scott Adkins and Ryan Reynolds was name dropped, and he said that would be awesome. Again, Johnny Cage is trending, and, you know, Todd Gardner was tagged in a tweet about that, people wondering where he's at. Todd Gardner says, hopefully Ryan Reynolds sees it. Again, Nicholas Nunes on Twitter says, I hope we get to see a hit at Johnny Cage. Sad that he's not in this. From there, Todd Gardner says, we listen. Again, someone was complaining, like, how do you make an MK movie without Johnny Cage? And Todd Gardner's like, well, you just do it one frame at a time. So, kind of confirming he's not in the movie. Seems like, anyway. And again, somebody was complaining about the lack of Johnny Cage, where Todd Gardner's like, hey, Scott Adkins, you there? So, remember, I want to say it was like 2 weeks ago, Joe Taslim, who plays Sub-Zero in the movie, was on a podcast with Scott Adkins, and he pretty much said, hey, if this movie does well and there's a sequel, I hope you come with us and you're Johnny Cage. So it really does seem like Johnny's not in the movie. I'm sure he gets name dropped a few times. He's probably in Hollywood recording Ninja Mime, but yeah, it really does seem like they're saving that, you know, role for a big actor like Ryan Reynolds, who I've been saying for years. Todd Gardner agrees with me. That makes me feel so good. It gives me hope, because if that happens, I will be on cloud 9. Scott Adkins, too. Scott Adkins, just perfect choice, too. So, yeah, sadly, Johnny probably isn't in the movie. I know. Bummer. Next up, there is this clip where we see Chloe Young and Sonya Blade. It's, I'm pretty sure it's in Sony's apartment, where she is trying her best to track down this Mortal Kombat tournament, and some being just appears out of nowhere. They're invisible and they just appear. And later in the movie, you get to see the full body apparition. Sounds like it's a ghost, right? But pretty sure it's Reptile. So seems like Reptile is stalking Lewis Tan, aka Cole Young, and Sonya in her apartment. And that's when it goes down. And then we get to see at the end of the trailer, Kano grab his heart out. So yeah, Reptile is stalking Sonya and Lewis Tan's character. Seems like some things never change. He's probably just Shang Tsung's lackey, like the old leaked scripts used to talk about. So yeah, I thought that was worth mentioning. At last, one more scene to discuss, that being Sub-Zero facing off against everyone's favorite, Hanzo Hisashi Scorpion. He's not my favorite. We love Sub-Zero in this house, but seems like they're fighting where Cole Young used to do his training. Look on the far back right, there is the octagon, and in some type of frozen ice ball is Cole Young. And funny enough, if you watch this clip of the trailer, he's like punching as Sub-Zero's punching. They're almost like in sync. And then it shows you a bit later in the trailer that while Scorpion is pulling Sub-Zero, Cole Young is now broken free from the ice and he's outside of his octagon. And there's even a snippet of the trailer where we get to see, you know, I'm Sub-Zero. In the back it says MYD. Not sure what that stands for, but safe to say it is the name of whatever, wherever Cole Young does his fighting and his training. So I thought that was also a nice little tidbit worth mentioning. But guys, that is all I got for y'all today. That's pretty much, I think, everything of note that you may or may not have missed. I'm sure maybe there's a few things that I didn't cover, maybe that I missed. If I did, you guys can definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Honestly, kind of just relieved that this movie is looking better than I think most of us were expecting. I was getting really nervous, super nervous. I thought this movie was gonna be bad. It's at least shaping up to be a fun time, and you can tell the director, Simon McQuoid, after listening to his commentary on that IGN 16-minute video, it seems like everybody really wanted to respect the lore. They took a few liberties, but for the most part, this is as authentic as they could. Obviously, Hollywood's Hollywood. It is what it is. But guys, that's all I got for y'all today. If you guys enjoyed, please take 1 second and drop a like on the video, of course. Subscribe for more MK content here on the channel. Till next time, I've been your host, Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. Hopefully, this video does not get copyright claimed. WB, spare me, please. please. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
You see, I've been a fan of Dynasty for years now. GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper meets gamer, I wonder how y'all feel now. That was just a setup.